Are you thinking about breaking into product marketing but feel like you have to get an MBA in order to do so? I know it can seem like every single PMM role, even entry-level roles, require an MBA, which is nuts, but I have good news for you. You don't need one, unless you want one, of course. Today, I'm sharing the top reasons why I believe that you can break into product marketing all without getting an MBA. And take it from me, I'm someone who has gone on to launch products for over $1 million and over 200K, and I did so without an MBA. Okay, let's dive in. Reason number one why I believe that you can break into product marketing even without an MBA is because product marketing is a very hands-on, learn-as-you-go kind of position. You don't need years of academic theory in order to break into the role. You really need to prove and demonstrate that you've done the right product marketing projects that are going to land you the role. So if you're currently employed and you're looking to break into product marketing from maybe another role like customer success, sales, or what have you, I'd recommend that you start volunteering for PMM projects. So you start joining PMM meetings, or you start joining marketing department meetings and getting a good understanding of what kind of project that you can help with. I recommend in my previous video a couple projects that you can take on to really stand out as you start your PMM interviews. And if you're currently unemployed and you're looking to make that switch, or you're looking to get another PMM role, then I recommend you join Upwork or Fiverr and start working with clients to build up that content portfolio and all those projects to show that you have hands-on experience in product marketing. Reason number two why I believe that you can break into product marketing without an MBA is because a lot of hiring managers and even recruiters are going to value your skills and what you can demonstrate on your resume and your skills and experience over your academic credentials. Hiring managers are more interested in how you execute campaigns or go-to-market launches, create messaging and positioning, and ultimately drive results for the company over whether or not you got an MBA. At my current company, we just offered a wonderful PMM candidate a role, even though she didn't have an MBA and she actually doesn't have a ton of direct PMM experience. She has a good grasp of PMM competencies, she's confident, she can speak confidently, and she also has industry experience. She is experienced in being a buyer of this certain software. Now, I mentioned this in the past in my previous videos. I do believe a great way to break into product marketing is that if you have the ability to say, I was a buyer of a certain software, you have a leg up. For example, if you are a project manager with a construction company and you have experience purchasing and using construction management software, it's going to be easier for you to break into product marketing at a construction management software company because you have hands-on experience. You understand what the buyer goes through better than anybody. Speaking the language of the customer is so essential. It can be even more compelling than an MBA because you were the customer. It's not just you learning about the customer from reports or looking online and Googling. You understand what it's like to be in the customer's shoes and speak their language because you've been there yourself. And reason number three I think is incredible is that we live in a day and age where you can teach yourself so many skills and things online for a fraction of the cost of what it would cost to go to a formal business program. There are countless numbers of online courses, books, certifications where you can really beef up your skills in terms of your product marketing experience, again, for a fraction of the cost of an MBA program, which, by the way, according to Forbes, the average cost for an MBA program is roughly around $56,000 a year. Reason number four, I'll use an example from my own personal experience to explain why I don't think that you need an MBA necessarily to break into your first product marketing role. So when I was in tech sales and I was first starting to look at product marketing roles outside of my current company, I had coffee with a lot of marketers out there, product marketers, CMOs, etc. And I met with one in particular who was really helpful in helping me decide whether or not I wanted to get my MBA. And she told me that she really felt her MBA didn't really help her land roles per se, but it helped her to have a great network that she could lean on to get into certain companies and get into the recruiting process. So if you do have a really strong network, let's say you've been in a corporate role for a few years, maybe you've been in a certain industry and you know people, they can vouch for your work, then I really don't think that you need an MBA, because a lot of the time people love having an MBA in order to build up that network. Maybe they're also not in a certain tech hub. For example, if you're trying to get into tech product marketing, maybe you don't live in San Francisco or Austin or New York, and maybe it will be helpful just to build up great relationships around you to try to help you break into your first role. But again, if you already have that, you can leverage your network right now and break into your first product marketing role without an MBA. And just a pro tip, if you don't have a great network right now and maybe you're still on the fence about getting an MBA, I still recommend joining LinkedIn groups, joining webinars, learning about product marketing and connecting with people and building those relationships, which will really come in handy when it comes down to getting in the door for a product product marketing role. Reason number 5 why I think you don't need to get an MBA unless you want to break into your first product marketing role is because it's so easy to bootstrap your own content portfolio with tools like Canva, HubSpot, and even Google Analytics. You can create campaigns, you can demonstrate your understanding of success metrics and how PMM work drives real results. And there are also plenty of PMMs that are really helpful folks out there on Reddit subforums or groups that are willing to look over your resume or look over your content or take home assignments to help you out so you can put your best foot forward. And number 6, I am living proof of this, and this is one of the things I love about product marketing, is that you don't need an MBA in order to advance. Promotions are all about performance, not a diploma. So once you show that you are committed, you have a growth mindset, that you've delivered great work and you're continuing to iterate and get better, you're going to move up the ladder without requiring that hefty tuition bill of an MBA. So once you land your product marketing role, I'd advise that you soak up all that experience of your colleagues. So you reach out to your VP or your manager, ask them questions, learn from them, listen to the kind of questions that they ask when they're giving you feedback on your project so you can think proactively about that next time. I've had incredible managers and leaders at different companies throughout my career who have really showed me how to think more strategically, how to really hunt for success metrics and really drive attribution, which is basically saying my work contributed to this amount of revenue or this amount of opportunities for sales. And so I'd really advise that you take advantage of the great peers and mentors around you and learn from their expertise and their experience to help you grow. Next is reason number 7, which is another reason why I love product marketing, is that there is no one size fits all to break into a product marketing role. You can come from customer success or sales or engineering or management consulting. There's really no limit to how you can transfer your skills into a product marketing role. It's all about being creative and, like I said, transferring your unique experience into why you're a stellar candidate for a particular role and why your perspective in that experience is essential to driving real results for a company. Again, when I was in tech sales, I was joining PMM meetings and I was learning about what kind of projects they really needed help with, what were they working on, and I would take what I was working on to really iterate and help them with their projects. So for example, I was sending out industry-specific emails to my prospects, so potential customers, and then I was looking at the data in my sales automation tool and saying, okay, which ones actually are leading to someone that wants to schedule time with me and learn more? And from there, I sent that information, I shared it to the product marketers, and I said, okay, when we're talking to healthcare companies, for example, if we focus on this, this, and this feature, or this, and this workflow that they go through, then I'm seeing that more people are more interested in learning more. It's all about taking on those small projects, like I always mention in my videos, to really build up your own mini portfolio that you can showcase on your interviews. And finally, my last reason why I don't believe you need to get an MBA unless you want to is that I actually think it's more important that you showcase your ability to be adaptive and your agility over a degree. Companies want employees to be able to pivot, adapt, adjust to changing, fluctuating things that happen, especially in tech. And these skills aren't necessarily taught in MBA programs. This comes from real life, hands-on experience. And I talk about this in many of my other videos, that your ability to be flexible and be adaptable and also do that while being likable will get you very, very far in your product marketing career, not only landing you your first job, but also helping you to advance. So if you can really showcase on your interviews how you've been dealt maybe a bad card or a change happened last minute and how you were able to stay resilient, stay positive, and pivot, try a new strategy, the better. It's even better if you can showcase positive results, but even if the results are not good, if you can share how the results might not have been what you wanted, but you learned from there and you went and iterated and got better, you're golden. Because at the end of the day, even if you don't get the results that you were intending, showing that you can learn from your mistakes, you can grow, and that you have that growth mindset is really going to shine on your PMM interviews. So there you have it. Those are my top reasons why I don't believe that you necessarily need an MBA in order to break into your first product marketing role. If you're open to it, I would love for you to schedule a time with me. There's a link to my Calendly in the description and in the pinned comment on this video. And just have a quick 30-minute call with me just to learn more about what you're experiencing in your product marketing interviews, what's challenging, what you could use help in. Again, this is not a sales call. This is not free coaching. It's really research-based for me, just to understand what folks are going through in this current tough job market. So if you're open to it, please feel free to book time with me. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.